back underway. One goal apiece here. So the whistle then. We're at the halfway stage in this match. Well, Harry Kane certainly bringing his influence to bear on that first half. Stuart, what did you think about his performance?
Well, I thought he had a very good first 45 minutes. He scored a good goal, was a constant threat and looked dangerous whenever he was on the ball. I'm sure he'll be the key player in the...
Evet.
As anticipated, plenty of talking points so far. And now the second half is underway. Coquelin. Mbappe with it. And Havertz. There's a slide rule pass. And a goal! In the lead again! Fully deserved! So on with the match. 2-1 is the scoreline. What's going to happen next? Havertz. Well, a bad pass it was. Sterling. Oh, great defending. Now, let's see what they can do here. Can he get them level? Brilliantly blocked. Harry Kane. And he read it well, intercepting it. And played through by Sterling. And Harry Kane might do damage. Raheem Sterling has done it.
Thank you, bro.
Me escucho escondido un psicólogo. Loco, mira, no fui a la escuela. Les estoy dando para el pelo. Aunque a tu soldado ya le duela. Noche con maleta poco fuga la ventana del Manolo. Al tiempo más voy queriéndolo. El dinero también voy amándolo. Cuando ya te coja vaya tela. Parecía como de novela. Ay, loco, no fui a la escuela, pero sí que aprendí. Colega quiere comprar una casa, mamá. Lo soñaba cuando trepaba ventana. Fiesta a punto pase de la... Él lo guarda porque es el que lo gana. Y no pienses ni siquiera en mañana. A no ser que tú te vayas a caer en cana. Y si piensas en mañana, vive rodeado de paredes y una ventana. Agradecido porque tengo una cena. Y calentito cuando quiero una cama. Y no envidio pa' que otro tenga fama. Hablan de lejos y de frente. Y tu padre facha me llamaría Mena. Y yo pago los...
The floodlights are shining down on the players here at Old Trafford in Manchester. I'm Derek Ray, and keeping me company in the commentary box today is, of course, Stuart Robson. And we've got action from the Division Rivals League coming right up. Stuart, what are you expecting to see?
Well, Derek, we can talk about coaches and their methods, but it's now down to the players. Which ones are going to stand out, who will affect the game, and who will have the greater desire? It should be a cracking game, though.
Can he take advantage? Well, he couldn't quite hit the target, Stuart.
Well, it's a decent effort, but I don't think it was ever going to trouble the goalkeeper.
They've won back possession. Fekir. Perfect tackle. And this is the initial 11 for the visitors today. David De Gea between the posts. Alex Telles plays with Luca Digne in the fullback positions. And the tactical configuration has two players in attack from the very outset.
Oh, big moment here, Derek.
There it is, the opening goal of this match. And what a start they've made. Well, back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. Mount. Well, you've got to keep the ball a bit
Arreta
better than
Mount.
that. Aubameyang. I must say, this looks promising. But ultimately, up a cul-de-sac. Sterling, and he's through here. Oh, it's cheeky. Oh, how about that for a chip? Savoury,
Nice one, Stevie.
pure brilliance. So 2-0 now. Aubameyang. Intercepting it intelligently. It is a decent-looking attack here. Well, nothing comes of it. It looked promising. Great vision from Harry Kane. Will he find the net? Oh, that's sizzling from Neuer in goal. He'll be delighted to have won the ball, having made that difficult challenge. He made it look simple, really. Take it away. Aubameyang. It's with Ryan Fredericks. Fekir. Tolisso. Kane. Fine tackle there to prevent the chance. Harry Kane slips it through. Just needs to stay calm. A goal! How about that? He's put it away to make it a hat-trick.
Some people they just got tough squad, but they are weak. I am the best. What a squad. Tough squad.
And a warm welcome on what is an ideal night for football, you've got to say. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me in the commentary position is the former Arsenal and West Ham midfield player, Stuart Robson. And we have action coming up for you from foot rivals. How do you see it panning out, Stuart?
Well, Derek, we can talk about coaches and their methods, but it's now down to the players. Which ones are going to stand out, who will affect the game, and who will have the greater desire? It should be a cracking game, though.
Long way out. Well, it turns out to be fairly routine for the keeper in the end. A look at the starting 11 for United. David De Gea stands between the posts. Luke Shaw starts with Trent Alexander-Arnold in the fullback positions. Kevin De Bruyne placed alongside Bruno Fernandes in central midfield. And in this tactical setup, they have just the one player in attack. Antonio. Chance here. Zaha.
Come on.
To open the scoring. A very bright start to this one. And the ball moving again. What sort of response will we see from them now? Fernandinho under pressure. Well, not the pass he had in mind. Has a go. Superb block. Great vision from Harry Kane. He might profit from here, you know.
Come on, Sterling.
With only the keeper to beat, but he's missed it, Stuart.
Well, he went for power,
Sterling.
but he didn't make the perfect connection. That's why he's missed the target there.
Alexander-Arnold. And denied by the keeper. Impressive. And unfortunately for him, he had worked his way
Sterling.
into an offside position.
And I think everybody in the ground could see that was always going to be offside.
Saul. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Kane. Oh, in with a chance. Not to be for
Sterling!
Went for power over placement.
Well, you're right. He decided to go for the power, which in the end he couldn't control. He'll be furious with himself.
One more now.
Bruno Fernandes. Spot on with that tackle. Sterling. A real opening now. Oh, wonderful save.
Well, he reacts
Come on, guys.
quickly there. That's a great save.
I'm trying my best here.
And there's the delivery. Not fantastic defending. Let's see if it helps the opposition. Well, they can keep possession now. Antonio. And now Zaha. And will it be Gundogan? Oh, it was a crucial challenge. There's a slide rule pass. Oh, but cutting it out in the nick of time.
Sterling. Have it.
Chalar Zayuncu. Bruno Fernandes. And a tidy tackle. Saul. Fernandinho. Great vision from Harry Kane. Well, it looked like a good ball, but cut out in the end. Antonio. Regained possession. Sterling. Oh, that's a well-timed pass. It could be for Raheem Sterling. No shortage of excitement. Level again. No wonder they're excited.
At least.
So back underway following the equaliser. Wilfried Zaha. Antonio. He made it look simple, really. De Bruyne. Intense pressure. Lucadinha. Kane. Poor attempt at a pass, really. Wilfried Zaha. On the ball, Michael Antonio. Bruno Fernandes. As clean as a whistle, that challenge. And threading it forward. It could be for Raheem Sterling.
Nice
And
one,
this
boy.
time it's in. Fabulous goal. And just look at the celebrations. So United restart the game. Disappointed to have conceded. Can they come up with an equaliser? De Bruyne. Very quick thinking there. And on the verge of hearing the half-time whistle, and they've mostly silenced the home crowd. Stuart, interested to get your take.
Well, it's been a good watch so far. Both sides have tried to play on the front foot, but they do look more threatening in the attacking areas. And in my view, they deserve to be in front.
Bruno Fernandes. This could level it. Can they cover up? Now showing excellent judgment to intercept. Timely intervention. And the counter looks on here. Options available. He's in behind. And it's in. From
Nice one, boy.
Sterling.
Nice one.
Underway again with the score at 3-1. And 1 minute of stoppage time has been added on. Lucadinha. That is that for the first half here.
Sterling, we have been 5-0 now. This guy.
So into the second half, and no doubt about it, United really need to lift themselves. Antonio. Salah. Top-class defending. Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break. Havertz. It's with Alex Telles. And Sterling has it. Well, not the greatest pass.
As a
Easily
through ball, the
intercepted.
pass into हमारा game यहाँ नहीं बन.
Sterling. Here's Kane. And there it
Nice
is.
one, Kane.
Another goal. And surely there's no way back from this now. Goals in plentiful supply. 4-1 currently. Great vision from Harry Kane. Mount. And somehow kept out by De Gea.
Mount.
They take it short. Mount. And no way through. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? But they took care of the situation defensively. No pressure whatsoever on the keeper. It's with Alex Telles. Kai Havertz. Havertz. Can he put it away? That's great
Kane.
goalkeeping.
Well, what a save that is. He was so alert there.
Mount. And possession given away. 30 minutes to go then. Alexander-Arnold. Well, possibilities in the centre. Antonio. Sensational
Nice one, De
goal-keeping
Gea.
from David De Gea. Over it comes. It hasn't come to very much. Ruben Veso. Antonio. And he's in. Oh, yes! It's gone in! And now a chance for them to revel in the moment. So the current scoreline, 4-2. Fine sequence of passes. Regained possession. Intercepting it intelligently. Fernandinho. Saul. And based on that challenge, you wouldn't be at all surprised if the referee reaches for his pocket. He plays it short. Showing teamwork and commitment. Well read to ease the pressure. Into the final 20 minutes. Well, he's thwarted him almost effortlessly. He's lost it. Well, the attack looks promising. They couldn't maintain possession. Mount. Kane. Saul. Now with Havertz. Saul. Well, it was a menacing attack, but tidied up. Well, they get the ball once more.
Well, the visitors have controlled possession, as you can see, and they've made good use of it. They really have played some good attacking football, and they look like scoring more.
United might be able to cash in. Well, this would help them get back into the game.
Nice one.
That really would have changed the equation had it gone in, Stuart.
Well, he needed to score there. That may just have given them some hope.
Mount. Unable to keep the ball that time. Antonio. Well, able to close
Nice
down
one,
the
Konate.
shot. Trying to deliver it accurately. Oh, terrific save.
Well, you're absolutely right. That's a top-class save. Just look how he reacts.
Can someone get on the end of this? Well, another corner, hot on the heels of the last one. Well, he couldn't get the header on the target, but robust defending. So on the cusp of the final whistle, and the visitors very much in command, Stuart.
Well, they've been much the better side up to now. Some of their approach play has been excellent. They just need to control possession for these final few minutes to cap off a really good display.
A really intense pressure applied. Counter-attacking, very much an option. And they'll regard that as a very disappointing end to the move. So Bosley, it did look on for them, but not to be. Lucadinha. Now Harry Kane. No space for them here. Sterling. In position. And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick.
Nice one, Stadium, bro.
Absolutely unplayable today. What a performance.
Goodbye, bro.
it's not a long ride. Tell them better recognize gold when they see G. Been reflecting, man, I know what they see in me. Made in his image, so I'm close to a deity. Raised on a block, though, still I've been hustling like this free of me. Big wave, rocking a boat like an Elias scene. Dark rings, getting no sleep, couldn't be a dream. Still up in the nightlight, and I got a goal in my eyesight. Tell them I don't know what a life like. Never been, never fold in my lifetime. Oh, still up in the nightlight, and I got a goal in my eyesight. Tell them I don't know what a life like. Never been, never fold in my lifetime. Till I see a bright light. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep it vibe, keep it vibe. Keep your eye on the prize. Eye on the prize. Keep your eye on. Take your keep your eye on. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep it vibe, keep it vibe. Keep your eye on the prize. Keep your take your
Papi Beniveda. Here. Baby cut.
Hello everyone, the weather forecasters promised us a very pleasant day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. My name's Derek Ray, and delighted to have alongside me, as usual on these occasions, Stuart Robson. And what we have coming up for you is a foot rivals match on the menu. What do you anticipate seeing, Stuart?
Well, Derek, they're playing well at the moment, aren't they? They look sharp, they're inventive, and they work really hard. They'll take some beating today, that's for sure.
The starting lineup for Rebels. Edouard Mendy stands between the posts. Trent Alexander-Arnold starts with Alex Telles in the wide defensive areas. Cristiano Ronaldo starts with N'Golo Kanté in the centre of the park. And it's two strikers up front who will look to provide the goal-scoring threat. Mount. Sterling has it. Kane. Harry Kane! The keeper diving magnificently to make sure he got there. Well, the short corner routine. Mount. Here's Saul. In it goes! That will do nicely for starters. First goal of the game. Well, the Rebels get the game restarted. That goal really shaking things up. What effect will it have on them? Is it going to end up being productive for them? But nothing comes of it. Good defending it was. Ben Yedder. Might it be Mbappe? In it goes! To square the game! What a contest this is turning out to be! So back underway. They've levelled it at 1-1 here. They do pass the ball with authority. Well, honestly, I didn't mean to jinx them. Just wasn't a very good pass, finally. Silva. Well, he's lost the ball.
For the next game are available for sale after today's game.
Nabil Fekir. Got a pass that lacks quality. Harry Kane. Saul. And now Sterling. Ben Yedder. An effective challenge. Space on the flank. He's got to score! And it's come off the keeper. And there it is! An almost intuitive piece of finishing. Well, underway again. It's a narrow 2-1 lead as things stand. N'Golo Kanté. Mbappe. Well read to put an end to that attack. Kane. There's a slide rule pass. It could be for Raheem Sterling. And denied by the keeper. Impressive. But he could run onto it here. And Bernardo Silva has it. This could be the equaliser. Well, last gasp defending, but brilliant defending. He's played it out over the touchline, so a throw-in to restart things. Really important piece of last-ditch defending. Alas, he's made his move too early. Offside. What a shocking pass, really. Wonderful chance. Oh,
Really?
not to be. That would have put
Come
them
on.
well on their way, Stuart.
Well, that could prove to be a big miss. Surely has to score there.
Really a very poor ball. Kane. And return to Sterling. Oh, that is a superb save. Bernardo Silva. Real attacking possibilities for Rebels. Still behind, but the pressure mounting. Well, the ball lost here. Harry Kane. Kane. Must be. And a goal it is. They lead by 2 now. Fully deserved. Well, it's a tale of 4 goals in this match now. 3-1 it is. Eric Bailly. Mbappe. Excellent ball over the top. He's blocked it.
Well, this has to be their way back into the game. The crowd are certainly playing their part.
Well, the keeper performing brilliantly.
Well, that's just incredible. He reacted so quickly there.
Danger averted for now. No keeper will mind that sort of corner.
As the stats show us, the visitors have had most of the play, and as a result have dominated the game. Some of their passing movements have been a joy to watch, and I don't think anything's going to change that.
In behind for him to chase. Well, nothing comes of it in the end because the flag has gone up, Stuart.
Well, he knew where the space was, but he's just been too eager, and that's why he's offside.
An unforced error, you've got to say. Well, there is going to be stoppage time, but only the 1 minute. Hanging on to the ball in this fashion suits them. A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is half-time here. Well, you have to give plenty of plaudits to Harry Kane for this performance up to this point. Really giving the defenders headaches.
Well, he's been a joy to watch so far. He's got so much ability, and it was also a very good finish for his goal. He's been excellent.
The teams are ready to have a go at each other again as the second half commences. Kai Havertz. It's with Alex Telles. An example of how to press. Havertz. Ronaldo. Perfect tackle. Kane. This might be the perfect counter-attacking opportunity. And it looked like open road for them, but up a dead end. Cristiano Ronaldo. A super tackle and they've won possession. Nabil Fekir. Now with Silva. Ben Yedder. Can he get one back? Oh, a good diving save. Now the delivery. There it is! A goal to reduce the arrears and give them hope that they can turn this round. So the ball rolling again, and that goal has the Rebels believing again. And he's through here. Denied by the bar. Back in play here.
Well, had that gone in, the game was firmly in their hands. Now, though, they've got to make sure they don't let this slip.
Chance to do damage. Kane. A disappointing end to the move. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, what an opportunity. Fantastic work to thwart the danger. So half an hour remaining. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? Defenders need to cover. But really sticking to their task defensively. Well, that is how to run at defenders. Oh, a vital interception. Ben Yedder. Really nice ball. And there it is, a chance. Rifled against the post, but back in play. Oh, and that challenge carried with it quite the element of risk. Now, what's the referee going to do next? Harry Kane. Promising attack, this. But nothing comes of it. Good technique displayed. Cross towards that far post. Well, it didn't really work the keeper when all was said and done. Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break. And slipped through beautifully. Oh, tremendous goal!
Nice one, boys.
Rose petal, mommy rose to be rose gold. I just demonstrate greatness it cannot show. No new friends can't be welcomed in my section. See that little zone there, that's a no-go. Tell me who you know, floating on the beat like this. You can't not respect it, I ain't asking you to like this. You can always trust, I'll give you something here to vibe with. Heads turn when I pull out looking stylish. Ain't your typical rapper, I ain't got my neck froze. Still your favorite artist, couldn't even step close. Heard they want my crown, but I ain't never stressed though. Cause to your career that would be detrimental. Come on. get what I want when I want it. More time, I don't even want it to be honest. Seeing my life like a movie on. But to me, it's just another day at the office. Put my mum on the cover of a GQ. You can't relate cause it's something that G's do. Cut through and bobbing and weaving. No one likes a don't be in your feelings. 10 o'clock on the dot. Pull up in a lose something from the lot. I think I'm being low key when I'm stepping in.
Ramos Junior.
Tell them don't be on me looking for a win. Push me, I'ma go super saiyan.
Hopefully this is my last
Every
one for
of
the
the
night.
broadcasters promised us a very pleasant day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. My name is Derek Ray, and sitting next to me here on the commentary gantry is the former Arsenal and West Ham United midfield man, Stuart Robson. And if the chips fall the way the fans hope they will, we could be talking about a promotion story today. Stuart, your expectations?
Well, they just need a win here and they're up. And what an achievement that will be. They certainly deserve it. They've been excellent.
And here's the starting lineup for Rovers. Gianluigi Donnarumma is the keeper. Ashraf Hakimi plays with Yuri Berchiche in the fullback positions. Real chance! And that's the way to keep the ball out of the net.
Well, he doesn't get enough on it, does he? That's too easy for the goalkeeper, I think.
Correa. Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Top-class defending. Karim Benzema, who's played at such a high level in an attacking sense for so long. Stuart, what do you anticipate seeing from him here?
Well, the best players are the ones that can play in tight areas, and he can certainly play in tight areas. He wriggles out of situations, he can find that penetrative pass, and he's such a good player when he gets...
Well, he was eager to have a go, but it didn't work out for him. On a pass that lacks quality. And Rovers pushing forward with options available. Well, he didn't miss by an awful lot. Good tackle. Benzema. Well, an easy one to cut out, really. Benzema. And an astute piece of defending. Fernandinho. And unable to keep the ball. And Sterling has it. Here's Kane. Really good diving save. He's driven in the corner. And they deal with the threat this time. Nicely timed tackle. In possession to give them the lead, maybe. Oh, they've got it scored! And as it stands, they're going to win promotion.
Well, just look at the joy out there. That could mean so much to this club.
Well, the ball is moving once more. How important will that opening goal prove to be?
It's Saul.
And Rovers now in a dangerous position potentially, but they dealt with the threat posed. Oh, good vision. Sterling. Element of risk there, but he's won the ball. Sterling. It's with Saul. Mount. Saul. Very comfortable when in possession. Correa. Now with Benzema. It's a good-looking ball in behind. It looked as though they had attacking momentum, but not so. Correa. And you don't want to lose possession there. Tenacious tackling, excellent
marxalaga
defending
pas
there.
yiyeceğim.
We can get more details on that injury situation from our man pitch side, Jeff Shreves. Jeff?
Real concern for the bench now because it looks like he landed with his elbow underneath his body, and that's causing him some serious pain at the moment.
Well, it could be on for him here. Oh, they've done it! And surely now promotion in the
Nice one,
future.
Sterling.
Well, that should clinch it. What a big goal that is. Well, here it is again, and the pace in which they break forward is devastating. It's so hard to defend against, and when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
Modric. And possession lost, intercepted. Well, beating his opponent. Benzema. And somehow kept out by De Gea.
Well, could this be the turning point? The fans are certainly hoping so.
Top-class defending. Well, he strayed offside just as it looked promising. Correa. Great vision from Harry Kane. Well, it looked like a good ball, but cut out in the end. Carrasco. Pulls it back. And how well the keeper
Nice
did.
one, De
Well,
Gea.
that's just exceptional. He reacted so quickly there.
Taken short. And putting his body on the line. And the upshot of that is offside.
Well, he needed to look elsewhere because the flag was always going to go up.
Kane. How can they create something? It could be for Raheem Sterling. And it's a double for him in this game. No way for the opposition to contain him. And no wonder he's off celebrating. Blistering first half display. And just look at that score. A chance then for the respective managers
Nice one,
to
boys.
address their charges. It is half-time here. Into the second half then, and an uphill climb for Rovers. Got himself forward pretty well here, Harry Kane. Can he finish this? And a really good diving stop. Short corner favoured. Mount. Havertz. Saul. Oh, what's he gone and done? Saul. And he's lost custody of the ball here. Sterling. And still danger here. Well, they survived the attack.
Well, Derek, this has been a really good performance, as you can see. They've created numerous chances, they're winning the game comfortably, and they could go on and score more. This could get really embarrassing.
Not a good pass. Mount. Rovers have possession once more. Modric. Useful looking ball. Oh, brilliant goalkeeping. Kane. Sterling has it. And it's Harry Kane on the run. High echelon goalkeeping there. Playing it short. Mount. Well, just over the crossbar. Excellent effort. Time for a change then. Given away by Rovers. Oh, he's through here. Really important piece of last-ditch defending. Benzema. Excellent challenge. Sterling. Excellent ball over the top. Well, it comes to nothing in the end. Offside.
Well, he doesn't need to make his movement quite so quickly there. Just let the ball be played into the space.
Well, they've lost the ball. Sterling. Well, showing good defensive judgment. Just not looking confident in possession. And nicely struck. Well, the goalkeeper managed to make the save without much difficulty in the end. Kane. Capable of so much better from that position. Correa. It's a weighted pass. Really vital interception here. I just missed that little bit of attacking spark. Goalkeeper's ball. Getting forward. Sterling! Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Well, that attack going up a dead end, and the keeper has the ball. And Sterling has it. Well, it wasn't the easiest header to control, but still he'll be a bit disappointed. And giving the ball away. He made it look simple, really. Counter-attacking, very much an option. Well, he certainly wasn't offside by a mile. Harry Kane. Oh, managing to beat him. A goal! An exceptional performance, this. 4 to the good now.
Goal for the visitors.
A lopsided contest. 4-0. There's 10 minutes remaining here. Correa. And he might be through here. And
De Gea.
as it stands, they're still in position to be promoted, but this is far from over yet.
Well, that certainly wasn't in the script, was it? They're under pressure now.
Well, not too much defending going on in the grand scheme of things. 4-1. And threading it forward. And a goal to seal the hat-trick. A masterclass in finishing. Just can't stop him today. And we're underway again. This game very much over as a contest. Kane. Tackling and winning the ball to boot. Well, the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. Vinicius. And credit is due for that good piece of defending. The referee spotted the
Clearly in
infringement,
our-
and it will
come
be a
on.
free kick in a position of genuine menace.
Clearly in.
Well, they've been getting the substitute ready, and now they will make the personnel change. Oh, a respectable free kick, but that's top-quality goalkeeping, you've got to say. What about the stoppage time situation? 2 minutes, the word. Couldn't grab hold of it. Just failing to hit the target with his pass. And it'll be a throw-in. Kane. And there goes the final whistle. In a nutshell, promotion guaranteed.
Well, they showed today why they are getting promoted. They were disciplined, they were inventive, and they worked really hard. That was a top...
I'm out.